Welcome to TTV News with some latest events in TayNinh Province. The audience, the People's Committee of TayNinh Province, had just issued Plan number 3064 on reviewing of poor and nearby households in the province in 2022. The review is to use the survey methods to collect information of households to estimate income and determine the shortage of basic social service of poor households and nearby households to ensure compliance with the poverty line, which was specified in Decree number 07 January 27, 2021 by the government. These reviews and identification must be carried out in accordance with the project on schedule in terms, ensuring openness, fairness, and democracy. The review results accurately relate the actual situation of socio-economic developments of the localities and people's life. This work must be helped implemented under the leadership and directions of the party committee, the administrations, mass organizations, and people. When the above plans were implemented, the situation of achievement rating relating falsely on the percentage of poor, nearby households or escaping poverty should be avoided. The review period is from September 10 to November 1, 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, the tightening of regulations on mineral exploitations in the province in recent years had contributed to preventing the loss of mineral resources, bringing mineral exploitation activities in the province step by step go into order. However, the issue of approving the mineral exploitation plans is quite slow. The mineral planning of TayNinh Province were approved in December 2018. But until March 2021, the Provincial People Committee had just approved the decisions on the plans to exploit minerals as common building materials and piece of the province in the periods of 2021-2025. At the same time, the mineral exploitation plans in 2022 has not yet been approved by the Provincial People Committee. This affects the operating plan of some businesses. The process of granting a mineral exploitation license can take 1 or 2 years. It makes businesses wait for long times. The Economics and Budgetary Committee of the Provincial People's Council proposed the Provincial People's Committee to consider and issue an annual minerals exploitation plan in play with actual needs as a basis for licensing explorations and exploitations, as well as ensuring the work of the effectively management and protecting untapped mineral resources. Ladies and gentlemen, Provincial Department of Science and Technology had just coordinated with Hoa Thanh Town's People Committee to organize a seminar increasing awareness of the innovations and intellectual properties startup.
The Provincial Department of Science and Technology presented topics related to intellectual property. In addition, the delegates were also introduced to the program to support the development of intellectual property, such as specific support policies to encourage enterprises to invest in agriculture and rural areas in the province in the period of 2020 to 2025, and supporting the implementation of the national program One Commune, One Product for the period of 2020 to 2025 with a vision to 2030. The training course aims to help agencies, units, and production businesses that establishment in Hoa Thanh Town promptly prep documents on intellectual property and trademark management.
On the afternoon of September 15, the Journalists Association of TayNinh Province have a signing ceremony of an emulation agreement to implement the movement, building a cultural environment for press agencies.
The ceremony approved the following contents planning to implement the emulation movement, building agency culture environment in the press agencies, announcing of the decision of the Vietnam Journalists Association on promulgating the criteria for building a journalistic culture agency and the culture of journalists. The chairman of the Provincial Journalists Association launched the emulation movement, building an agency of culture environment in the press agencies. On this occasion, Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường, Director of the TayNinh Radio and Television Station, Chairman of the Provincial Journalists Association, and Mr. Nguyễn Thế Lực, TayNinh Vice President of the Provincial Journalists Association, gave the course to 8 admitted members of the Association of the Journalists on June 21st of 2022.
On the afternoon of September 14, the Executive Committee of Goyao District Youth Union have a conference to summarize the work of the Youth Union and schools team and set down direction and tasks for the 2022-2023 school year. In the school year 2021-2022, the Goyao District Team Council has launched many practical programs and implemented a lot of movements, such as accompanying young people to establish themselves and establish careers, leading movement, volunteering for socio-economic development and national defense. In addition, many new models and good practice have been developed to have hundreds of disadvantaged students continue on learning path. As a result, more than 1,000 gifts and scholarships were awarded to students with difficult circumstances. One charity house worth 55 million Vietnam dong. Moreover, in the last school years, the whole district admitted more than 2,000 new members. On these occasions, many collectives and individuals were awarded certificates of merit by the Provincial People Committee and the Provincial Youth Union for their outstanding achievements in unions and teamwork in the 2021-2022 school year.
The Agricultural Extension Center, in collaboration with the Farmers Association of the TayNinh Province, Nho Nho Technology Company Limited, organized a workshop on the production process of fruit trees according to VITGAP standard. Representatives of Nho Nho Company presented the meaning and the technique of the fruit tree cultivation according to VITGAP to the farmers. The Agricultural Extension Center also provides more information on the production and consumption situation, the benefits of cultivating fruit trees in general and different trees according to VITGAP standard in particular, towards sustainable agricultural production. Fruit products that meet the standards of VITGAP, safe quality, well received by many markets.
The audience on the morning of September 14, the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Bến Cầu District combined the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Nhà Bè District, Ho Chi Minh City, to organize the handing over the House of Brick Unity to the families of Miss Phạm Thị Sẹc in Long Tân Hamlet, Long Giang, Khmer. This house has an area of 48 square meters. The construction cost is 85 million Vietnam dong by the Fund for the Poor in Bến Cầu District, compares the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Nhà Bè District, and the home in the border area group support 55 million Vietnam dong. On this occasion, unions and sponsors also presented 4 gifts and 3 million Vietnam dong to Miss Phạm Thị Sec's family. That's all for today's TTV News. Thanks for watching and see you next time.